What's going on? We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is, man. And getting the ball rolling here this morning. And I told you guys we had 2 boxing videos, 1 non-boxing video coming, so second one. And I was going to do this video the other day, but I just didn't do it. So, let me cut it. It's Mikey and Errol ducking Terence and Lomachenko, respectively. Mikey ducking Lomachenko at 35 to make an undisputed clash. And Errol Spence ducking Terence Crawford to make the best fight at welterweight, the fight that the fans want the most. At least that's what I understand. Are they ducking them or it's just business? In my opinion, I know for a fact that Errol is ducking Terence. Okay. So, but at the end of the day, what make Mikey and Errol Spence promoters and fans? When I say promoters, I don't mean like Lou DiBella or Bob. I mean promoters of their brands and fans of their work are saying is that they're boxing Bob Arum out. They trying to get more leverage on, at least in Errol case, on Terence Crawford by getting 3 belts. So they'll probably have to make Terence Crawford come over to PBC and fight him. And, that's understandable, and for Mikey, I don't know what the finesse is that his fans are saying about him not fighting Lomachenko. I guess he moving up and daring to be great versus Errol Spence, and that's a far more dangerous fight than Lomachenko. Most people see it as a dumb fight, but, it is what it is, man. But I honestly think, I honestly think that, they ducking that smoke. I know for a fact Errol ducking that smoke, and I ain't gonna stop saying it. And I think Mikey Garcia don't want to fight Lomachenko. And people could say, they could say that, Mikey don't want to deal with Bob Arum, and they don't want to deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because Bob did him bad and stuff. And I agree, man. I don't want to work with nobody that they had me out of a sport for 2 years, and I couldn't feed my family, and that was lowballing me in that messed up contract. And maybe Mikey just feels that it's no real point to negotiate with Bob because it's going to be a waste of his time. I think he would beat Lomachenko, and I still believe Errol can beat Terence Crawford. Just looking at the film, I think they both missions that can be accomplished, and it easily could be a thing of where Errol and Mikey get together with Al Heyman and say, okay, who want to go into? We can flip a coin. Somebody go on ESPN, the other guy could hold it down on Showtime. It could be an easy thing like that. Or they could both say, okay, I'll get this percentage of my purse up to make this fight happen on ESPN. on Showtime. Or if I go to ESPN, this is what I'm going to want, what I need. They never tried to do that. Trust me. They never tried to do that. Mikey Garcia, that's the ultimate pinnacle fight for him is Lomachenko. That's a Hall of Fame fight for him. You know what I'm saying? If he beat Lomachenko, he'd be undisputed at 35. That hasn't happened in a while. It hasn't happened in a long time from what I remember. So that's the biggest fight to be made. But at the end of the day, they boxing out Bob Arum. I mean, can you blame them? Now, is it more Al Heyman or is it more of the fighters that they don't want to fight? So let's talk about it. Y'all can blame it on Al and say, well, Bob sued Al, Oscar sued Al, Eddie switched on him and flipped on him and didn't want to. Now he trying to really beat him and take over him and snatch his fighters. And this is Bob Arum just saying, I'm going to box you guys out. I'm going to do what Bob Arum been doing, make in-house fights. And without me, y'all fighters can't move. Pertaining to top rank with Lomachenko and Terence Crawford. And that's a fact. Without Mikey Garcia, it's nothing else for Lomachenko to accomplish at 35. He can't move back down. And without Gervonta Tank Davis, and ain't nothing for him to accomplish neither. So that's both 2 Al Heyman fighters. Because they're not going to put Alberto Machado in there with Lomachenko just yet when you move up. So Lomachenko is stuck. His popularity is only going to grow off the strength of Bob Arum telling the public how great he is and how he's better than Ali and better than Sugar Ray Leonard and all them guys. That's the only way he can grow. That's the only way Bob Arum can put water on that flower. Okay? And for Crawford, he definitely can't move without Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Errol Spence. But neither can Errol Spence. He can't move neither. But like I say, when you got the largest roster in the game, you can be innovative. You can make a lot of power moves. So he got a guy from 135, 140, coming to 147 to provide another big pay-per-view event. But what if Mikey Garcia didn't make that jump? Then what would Errol do? Fight with Collazo and tell people it's just business? Oh, I'm fight Sean Porter. I'm gonna get Keith Thurman belt when they strip him, and then I'm gonna have 3 belts to 1. But in my opinion, a unification bout should trump a fight versus a lightweight and a junior welterweight Mikey Garcia, right? Especially when Mikey Garcia got Lomachenko sitting there at his division waiting for undisputed champion to pop at 135 and make 135 great again, right? The fact of the matter is this. It's not Al Haymon. It don't have shit to do with big business. It don't have shit to do with boxing out Bob. It ain't got shit to do with being the A side. These two just don't want to fight the best. Period. Mikey Garcia has never fought the best. Errol Spence, he claimed to want to fight the best, saying free smoke, want all the smoke. No, some smoke. Some smoke junior. That's just the fact of the matter. Because the PBC model was built on, or off the strength of, off the muscle of, the fighter controlling his own destiny. That's what Oscar De La Hoya's model was. PBC just took it a step further. Oscar De La Hoya was the first boxer to have a major promotional company. It was about the first promoter that took a punch in the face. They took that model, went a step further, and Floyd started, fighting on a fight-by-fight basis with Golden Boy. Okay. That's cool. That's Gucci, all right? So then, then he became his own promoter, started promoting his own events with Al Haymon. So now they took that model that Floyd was fighting on the fight-by-fight basis with promoters, and now they implied it to their fighters. Now that's what makes PBC. Al Haymon is not a promoter. He doesn't match fighters up so much. He probably has a team around him behind the doors that kind of does the matchmaking. But ultimately, when they come up with the 3 or 4 fighters for the fighters to fight, it's offered to their individual management and teams. Okay, it's offered to the coach. It's offered to the management. However they sit down and do it. For example, like Luis de Cubas that manages Alexander Lara, his management picks his fights. They're like, okay, we got whoop 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 whoop, A, B, C. Which one we want to do? They go over the financials. They say, Al like, if you fight Jerry Hurd, this is what you get. You fight Charlo, this is what you get. You fight Tony Harrison, this is what you get. If you want to move up, fight Danny Jacobs, this is how much money you get. This is where the fights will be at. Tell me what y'all want to do. And usually that's how the process works. So what I'm getting at is the fighter controls his own destiny. And that's why you're having so many lackluster fights on PBC, even though PBC is giving you the best fights out there. Nobody can debate that. PBC giving you the best fights out there. You can't tell me one great top-ranked card you've seen last year. It's a few PBC great cards you've seen last year. No other cards can match the volume of in the grade of fight cards PBC gave you. No other cards out there. I'm talking about from top to bottom. There might be some good main events, Lomachenko, Linares, fights like that, Hart and Ramirez and Quigg and Valdez. But overall, fight cards, no. Okay, but what I'm getting at is the fighters control their own destiny. That's what PBC is. It's on a fight-by-fight promotional base. Some fighters got their own promotional company, but you have TGB Promotions, whatever that promotional company's called. You got Mayweather Promotions. You got Lou DiBella that's in that circle. You got Ringstar Sports and Richard Schaefer that's in that circle. And you got about 4 or 5 promoters. Yvonne Michaels is in that circle because of Dinah Stevenson. So you got 4 or 5 promoters that rotate these events. When it's in Vegas, it may be TGB Promotions or it may be Mayweather Promotions. When it's in New York, it's Lou DiBella or it's Mayweather Promotions. When it's out in California, most of the times it's going to be Ringstar, Mayweather Promotions, or TGB Promotions. So none of these fighters are tied to a promoter. So it's not in the promoter's best interest for them. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm basically saying is that they control their own destiny. So when people are trying to put it on Al Haymon and say, oh, Haymon has got a beef with Bob Arum. I mean, Al Haymon hashed out a deal with Oscar De La Hoya after he tried to sue him and appeal to sue. He worked the deal out to make Chavez Jr. versus Canelo Alvarez. Y'all catch what I'm saying now? So basically, to simplify things of what I'm saying is that Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence don't want to smoke. That's just basically what I'm saying. If they wanted to fight Lomachenko, Mikey wanted to fight Lomachenko, Errol wanted to fight Terence Crawford, guess what? They will go ahead and fight them. Al will have no other choice but to go make those fights. And that's what he does. He's shown to make fights with Bob Arum before. John Molina, Felix Diaz versus Crawford, Dominic Wade versus Triple G, Danny Jacobs versus Triple G. He went out there and made the best fights, got the best deals for his fighters. If they told him to go out there and make that fight, they go make that fight. And I'm telling you, the Errol Spence team don't want that fight. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm going to keep saying team because I don't want to give away who, but his team doesn't want that fight. Mikey Garcia, I don't know anything about it, but all I know is how can you pass up undisputed class to jump up 2 weight classes? Even if you got 3 more fights. Errol Spence not going nowhere. He ain't getting Sean Porter. He ain't getting Keith Thurman no time soon. So you could have fought Lomachenko. You could have fought Richard Comey in December, or whenever they was going to fight. Then you could have turned around and fought Errol in the springtime. And then, Errol could have went on and fought Sean Porter and did that and that. No way anybody in this God's green earth want to see Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia over Mikey Garcia Lomachenko or Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. It's not about business. It's not about A side, B side, C side, nothing like that. It's not about that. It's about they gonna hide behind the business fact. Al Heyman gonna be the scapegoat. Al Heyman gonna be the bulletproof vest on their chest. But the fact of the matter is they don't want those fights. When it boils down to it, they don't want those fights. This is like a Duck Super Bowl right here, Duck Championship fight. You save me, I save you. I don't have a dance partner. Let me dance. Like I said, there's nobody that wants to see Mikey and Errol over Mikey and Lomachenko, Errol and Terence. Nobody. But people going to believe what they want to believe. I'm just going to keep dropping facts. I'm going to keep dropping the sauce for y'all to dip in. They're going to keep hating. But at the end of the day, I ain't going to lie to you guys. I ain't going to lie. This is a fact. I pledge allegiance to no fighter. Nobody paid me to talk about them. Nobody paid me to talk about football, basketball, A lot of people can get mad all they want to, all right? But I'm only going to I told you from the beginning, I'm only going to be real with y'all. But it's Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know you can find me on Facebook. Hit me up in the DMs. That link's in the description. Facebook group page there as well. You can email me questions, concerns, business inquiries, whatever it may be. You got video requests, do that. You want to make a donation, that link's in the description as well. But chop up this last video, and then I'll probably be offline for a minute, maybe not. Got some things got to handle today, but y'all know what it is. Mr. One Time for the One Time, live from the Detroit. What up, though? Shout out to my Detroiters. Shout out to my brother Leonardo Tyner for getting that victory, that knockout victory this weekend.